Well, I'm excited to say that just last week the ALA, the American Library Association, put out its annual best book list for 2012. Every year they put out that list. They list, I don't know, maybe 10 fiction books, 10 nonfiction books, and then 2 books of poetry. So I've been reading that list now. I don't know, time goes by so fast, but I bet it's been 10 years, and I'm through that, at least the fiction part and part of the nonfiction, about 6 months worth of reading, and every single book I get off that list is really good. I've come to really trust it. So to find it, you have to Google ALA, that's for American Library Association, but just ALA Notable Books Adults 2012. They also put out a list for young adult books and children's books, and those come up right away. You have to dig a little bit to find the adult books. So here's a book I got, my first choice off the list. It's called The Sisters Brothers, and it's by Patrick deWitt. And I chose it first because it was, they said, a dark comedy, and it was. I really did enjoy that book. It's in the style called picaresque, which means a villain is narrating it, and it's a bit of a satire, and it's about the lower echelons of life, and it's the story of Eli and Charlie sisters, and the 2 of them are killers, and they're sent by the Commodore across country on horseback to assassinate a man named Mr. Warm. And they never find out, well, they don't find out till much later why they're going to assassinate him, but it doesn't matter to them. And so it's a fairly violent book because they are killers. Charlie is the more prone to fly off and kill somebody just to solve the problem than his brother, but they both are killers. And what is so appealing about this book is the dialogue between the 2 brothers, the affection and the loyalty that they have, despite the fact they don't seem to have much of a moral conscience. And the language they use is formal. And if you think about it too hard, I mean, I imagine those boys didn't go to a lot of school, so the language is not quite a balance. But I just accepted that they were really smart. And that's just the way they talked. Patrick deWitt is the author, and I took a look at his website, and the picture on it is good. It's funny. I mean, you can't really see him. He's standing next to a bonfire, and there's just a wall of sparks. You see these legs, and you see a wall of sparks where his face should be. I kind of like that. He has a video on it, and he talks about himself as a writer, and he said he never wanted to be anything else than a writer, and that when he was really young, 17, 18, he was sending off really bad stories to the New Yorker, and it's the fact that he was able to, that he just kept sending them off that kept him writing, or it kept him feeling like he had something out there. I can understand that. Also, he's told his wife to keep the password from the computer hidden because he found out he was spending too much time on it, and he never got anything good for writing out of it. I like that.